Help our heart, oh God, to be what you want us to be towards you. Let our desire become your desire, and your desire become ours. We love you now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. You may have this in the presence of the Lord. Because I grappled and wrestled with what I should talk about on this day, since it is our traditional Mother's Day, and how do you give a message that's relevant to everybody? How do you say something on, if you will, on Mother's Day that would be applicable to everyone who's sitting in this audience? And somewhere in there, God spoke to me and told him that, he told me about this story here. God dropped this story in my spirit, and I had to look it up. And he was saying to me, this woman had to make decisions. Like all of us. We all, no matter where we are in life, we are faced with making decisions. We're faced with that. We have to come to the conclusion that this problem I'm faced with, this question that have arose in my life, I've got to do something with it. And what do you do when problems come? Do you let me help you here. Back in the day, when problems come, I would go find me something to drink and try to forget about a problem.
Yes, sir.
Back in the day, I would go get a roll them up and pop them out and try to forget about my problem.
Yes, sir.
You can't snort it up, you can't drink it up, you can't pop it up. You can't do none of those things when you're dealing with your problem. You can do it, but it doesn't eradicate your problem. No, because when you come back down or come back to reality, the problem still exists. Anybody know what I just said?
Yes, sir.
And so to make that decision is not the right decision. I found times in my life that I didn't have the wherewithal, didn't have the financial means to meet some of my obligations, and some of my decisions I made were the best decision to obtain the finances I needed to do what I wanted done. Anybody hear what I just said? So we make decisions in life, and all decisions we make are not the right. They said, do I have to preach long to get this point across? We don't have to preach long. The point of the matter is that we're all making decisions. When I look at this story, I see this woman who has a child who is grievously vexed. The Bible, there's another translation that says she was seriously possessed by demons. She had spirits that was talking to her, spirits that were taunting her, that was haunting. There were spirits who would not allow her mind to be at ease. And because she wasn't in a peaceful place, no one around her had peace. And her mother had to make a decision. Get rid of her or get her some help. Anybody hear what I just said? Sometimes it's easy just to get rid of the problem. The people who are opposed to the problem of life, sometimes it's just easy to just let them go. I had a young man to call me this past week, and he says to me that there is people in his life, persons in his life that pose a problem for him. And I told my wife, I said, I wish he had been at church these last couple of months or so, because I dealt with some of those very things that he was dealing with. Not knowing what he's going through, but you know what? God knows what we all go through. It's not oblivious to God, your problem, your situation. He's very much aware of what you're facing with, what you're dealing with. And guess what? Just like he knows what you're going through, he knows the solution for your problem. He knows he has an antidote that would heal you and make you whole again. Oh, I wish I had somebody right here. When I sit at the edge of my bed and I kept hitting the snooze button because it's Mother's Day and I really didn't want to get up and deal with it. Y'all ain't gonna talk back to me. And my wife said, "You all right?" I said, "I'm gonna be all right." But when you're dealing with life will cause you to have to second guess yourself sometimes. And I know they say the first thing to come to your mind, that's the right decision, not necessarily. Don't buy into that. Because some of y'all gonna get tripped up. The devil gonna fool you, bring your first thought, you think that was God. No, it ain't necessarily God because it was the first thought that came to your mind. How many times have things come to you and you know good well it wasn't God?
Come on now.
Sometimes it was the first thought. They did something stupid and your response was stupid. Come on, talk back to me. Although you might not act it out, but the thought came to your mind. That thought wasn't God. It might have been the first thought that came. That didn't make it God. And then somewhere there you have to make the right decision to respond properly. You got to respond correctly. You got to respond correctly. You got to respond properly. Because guess what? When the enemy brings you stuff, if you don't respond to God in the way God wants you to respond, you're going to repeat that again.
Yes, sir.
It's like being in school. If you fail the test, guess what? Before you get promoted, what's going to happen? You got to take the test again. And you're going to keep on taking it until you what? Pass it or drop out. And if you're not old enough to drop out, your parents are going to keep on sending you to school regardless. When you're old enough to drop out, then you're going to be a minister to society. But if you decide that you want to go forward and do the right, am I making sense here? You decide you want to do the right thing, you're going to keep on taking that test until you pass it. And let me get some help here. Have you ever got tutoring from somebody? Have you ever had a difficult moment, you just couldn't make it through this whatever it is you up against? Excuse me. And you have to call somebody, hey, I need some help with this subject. And they come in and tutor you. Keep that water right there. They'll tutor you. They'll give you what you need to help you from this point. All right?
Yeah.
Guess what? The Holy Spirit is just that. The Bible says He's a teacher.
Yeah.
He is your tutor. And thank you, sir. He will give you what you need. And but you've got to what? Ask Him. If you're faced with a problem and you don't talk to God about it, guess what? You still got the problem.
Yes, sir.
I don't care how you try to mask over it, the problem's still there. I don't care how much you drink, smoke, pop, or whatever, it's still there. I don't care how many people you give yourself away to, the problem's still gonna be there. He didn't love me, he didn't want me, or she didn't love me, she didn't want me. I'm gonna find somebody that does. And you spend all your time trying to find somebody that can validate who you are. And guess what? When you get through with all these processes of trying to self-validate, you're gonna still find out you still have the same problem that you started out with. You know why? Because you got a problem, you need a tutor to help you with your problem. I'm almost through. I didn't come here to preach all day because I almost didn't come. I'm trying to tell you, you don't believe that, but I'm serious. But I realized if I stayed home, some y'all would say that, where's Pastor? Well, Pastor ain't here. But you're not here sometimes. And can Pastor stay home too? Really, for real. But I decided to come on anyhow and press through what I was feeling. Because we all be feeling some kind of way sometime. But no. Am I telling the truth yet? I try not to lie. I didn't say I don't, but I try not to. Yeah, it's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. We all have situations where we have to press through, right? Anybody here remember going to school and when you woke up one morning, you really didn't want to go? I mean, come on, tell the truth. Yeah. I think everybody here can relate to get up in the morning and say, I mean, when we were going to school, and some of you still in school, and you like, I really don't feel like going.
Right.
And I don't know, I wasn't bold enough to write my own note and say I ain't going to school today. I saw in the news this week, some little kid wrote a note saying, put this kid on the other school bus. They're not riding home with the parents today, she's riding the school bus. She wrote her own note. Please put her on school bus 131. I was like, whoa. My mother was not her mom, I promise you. Because no matter how smart I thought I was, if I was at home when she got there, she said, how'd you get home? Why are you home? Then the next sound when y'all would hear, Mama, I won't do it no more. So that's the reason why we have to make the right decision. Am I making sense yet, y'all? So making the right decision just means that you're trying to decide something. You formulate in your mind. You consider all the ins and the outs before you come to a conclusion on this matter. Then you act on it. It's not enough to make a decision. You got to act on what you made it up. Let me tell you, this woman, and I guess I'd go ahead and quit so y'all go have y'all lunch. But this woman, first of all, she comes to Jesus, and she's a Canaanite woman. She is not of the Commonwealth of Israel. So some of you know what this means to be of the Canaan. You know, when the Bible talked about when the children of Israel was coming into the land of promise, they were coming to the land of Canaan. And God told them, don't mingle with none of those folks. Don't make them your friends. Don't let your sons marry them. Don't let your daughter marry them. Don't be a part of this, folks. You come into their land, and I'm gonna give you their land. I'm gonna give you the houses that you didn't build. I'm gonna give you vineyards you didn't plant. I'm gonna bless you in their country.
Yeah.
Now you know that's wrong. I worked hard for something. God just gonna take it away and give somebody else. Anyway, the earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, and all that dwell therein. They all belong to God. So if you in somebody's house, if you're my child or you live in my house, I decided that I said, this is the room you sleep in tonight. I need you to move out of the room. I need you to move to the other side of the house, and because I'm gonna give this room to your sister. You might be upset, but whose house is it?
Mama's house.
So if God comes into the land and says, listen, I need you to move over here, I'm going to give this land to somebody else. You might be mad, but whose land is it? Okay, I'm just trying to help y'all out here. Come on, I say, it wasn't fair. I just thought I'd add that in there to help you out. But Canaanites were people, and they were people who worshiped strange gods. They were people who didn't worship the true and living God. They worship a God, but not the God. Kind of like the people today who believe in worshiping nature and worshiping all these other things. You know, people argue down about your Christianity, about your Christian belief, because the internet has educated so many people about these various gods and how God's been around forever. And some of these folks are worshiping their God before Christianity even came on the scene. Am I making sense yet?
Yes,
And then these free will thinkers will say, I can think like this because I'm a God. Well, the Bible calls you a God, but it calls you the little God, the lowercase g. And but these folk be talking like they are the uppercase alongside of our God. There's God here, and I'm right here. Say good morning, God. How are you? You know, but so the Canaanites didn't worship the God we serve. And when the children of Israel came through there, God gave them every place they walked. God said, I'm going to give you the land. And I'm going to tell y'all, and some of us act like those Canaanites today. God began to bless you with houses and land, bless you with a job, bless you with financial wealth. He began to bless you in all kinds of areas of your life. You've got relationships that you never had before, and as God began to bless you, then you forget it was God who blessed you.
Come on now,
You forgot that the time when you were struggling didn't have me. And now all of a sudden you've got what you want, and you're walking away from the God who blessed you. Like, I've given myself this. I've done this myself. It's my education. It's my wits. It's all these things I've done on my own. It wasn't God. It was me. You sound just like the rest of those folks.
Yeah.
Am I making sense yet? And so that's how the Canaanite was. And so as time goes on, the Israelites started marrying and entertaining with these people. And now all of a sudden they got interracial marriages
Not to the degree that we got today. Folks talking about black and white, God not be married, Hispanic and the Asian or whatever, and all that. That's not the case. These folks didn't have God. And you have God, and you're going to marry somebody that don't have God and don't want God? Come, it's one thing if I'm in the streets, but I understand God's real.
Yes, sir.
It's another thing that I'm in the streets, I don't know God, don't care about God, believe that God don't exist, is a figment of y'all imagination. That's another story. That's called unequal yoke. Am I making sense yet?
Yes, sir.
And can I help you here? While I'm on that page, if you plan on getting married somewhere in the future, next year, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, 40 years from now, don't marry somebody that don't want God.
Amen. Amen.
One of your main questions ought to be, do you believe God exists?
Yes, Lord.
Come on here. And then you ought to ask, which God do you believe exists?
Amen. Come on, brother. Right. Yes, sir. Amen.
Oh, God, I felt something when I said that. Which God do you believe exists? And you're like, well, you know, the God is y'all serve, he just got here, you know, 2,000, 3,000 years ago. The God I believe in been around here for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 years ago. Well, guess what? You can believe that if you want to. But whenever God showed up and made himself known to me, didn't mean he just started existing
Come
today.
on now.
It just means he just wanted me to find out who he was today.
Yes, sir.
How many folks in your neighborhood you know?
That's good. That's good.
That don't mean you don't exist because they don't know you.
All right.
Well, anyway. This is the way I think. I don't know. God can be around all the time. And just because you were in his word doesn't mean you had to know him.
Yeah.
Although he was telling you who he was, when you looked up, started reading the signs in the cosmos, you know, you're an astrologist. And God was saying, see those stars? I put them there. I did the Milky Way. I did that. And you're like, wow, this is the splendor of it all. And you say, that's God. Yeah, I know that's God. The star is God. The sun is God. The moon is God. The air is God. Water is God. The tree is God. You're stupid. Oh, don't forget the cows. Oh, anyway. You're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. And if you are speaking those kind of things, you just actually, you know what they say, you are, what Barack Obama say? He said you're putting your ignorance on blast, more or less. This woman was a Canaanite. And Jesus came in the land looking for the lost sheep of Israel. He was looking for the folks who walked away from God, folks who have not turned their face towards God. And he said, I'm looking for the Jews, for real.
Yes, sir.
And in the process of looking for the people of God, it's like people who backslid. You used to be a member of the church, and now the church started calling you, trying to say where you are and why you haven't been in a while. Instead of saying, you know, I'm so glad you're called. Now you're like, what you calling me for? If I want to be in church, I know what a church is. You know, it's like, I'm calling to let you know we're concerned about you. And you all jacked up, getting all stupid, talking about, don't call me, what you call me for. And when you hang up, boy, you be texting them. You know, the church called me, talking about where I am, I ain't seen you in a while. You know, boy, you know what? It'll be the same thing if the church don't